Hey, are you new to the club? Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell beside it. See ya!
What's up everyone, welcome to Spiller Kenzie, and this is Ken. On this video we'll be doing some unboxing and testing of this new FlyDigi Stinger 2. First, let's do the unboxing and see what's inside of these boxes. And I got this product from FlyDigi store directly, so if you want, I will leave a link below. So by looking at it, this box is pretty much the same with the previous version of FlyDigi Stinger and even the content. So we have our Stinger and a short USB cable charger. Okay, so for my first impressions, this new Stinger is a bit light, but it's not really noticeable if you compared it to the previous version. The buttons are still the same for the left and right Stinger, which is comfortable. Make sure that you're using the proper Stinger for your left and your right hand. The button for changing the mode is now moved to the top area, which really I like. The sensitive area that corresponds to tapping is now movable, unlike before. And lastly, there are no caution on the Stinger itself, so it might damage your mobile phone if you're not careful. And now let's do a side-by-side comparison of the new Stinger and the previous generation of FlyDigi Stinger. So recently I got my second pair for the right or left-handed FlyDigi Stinger version 1. And for the version 2 of Stinger, I noticed that it is longer or taller from the previous version of Stinger. And it is a good sign or a good thing because it can now support new generations of mobile phones, which are bigger and longer as well. And for the width or thickness of these triggers, I think they are pretty identical, but of course thinner is better. So maybe on the version 3 we will have a thinner Stinger. Next one is the tap sensor. The new version is now movable, so unlike the previous version, you cannot move it, and if your phone is thick, it might damage your screen. Like what I said on the earlier part, there's no cushion on the new Stinger, so you need to be careful when installing this. Phones like iPhone and Samsung are easy to get scratches. Okay, for the switch buttons, they are now the top area of the new Stinger, which for me is an improvement because in the previous version, the switch is in the side and it's hard to flick or change it, especially when you're in the gunfight. So let's go to the next one and let's see how long we can stretch the new version compared from the old version of Stinger. And let's see that it seems Stinger 2 is capable of supporting bigger mobile phones, or let's say phone tablet or phablet, like Samsung Note 9, Note 10, and maybe the Note 20. Unlike the previous generation, it's still a bit short, but I have this previous version and it can support Note 9 and Note 10, but it can be a little bit tight. Now let's talk about the button itself. For me, this button feels like the same from the previous version. What I noticed is that the new version of Stinger is less clicky in sound compared from the Stinger 1, meaning Stinger 1 can be loud and can annoy people beside you. So for you to decide, I recorded the sound of the two Stinger so you can hear it directly. For the two, I don't have any preferences, so please put in the comment which one do you like. So let's hear them clicking. And there you go. So we'll be going to the installation of FlyDigi Stinger on your mobile phone. On this video, I'll be using my iPhone 10 or iPhone X. So I will be putting two stingers or FlyDigi Stingers on my iPhone 10. The phone is a bit small compared to the new generation of iPhone, but it really works well. So let's see how these generations of FlyDigi put together. I'll be putting my Stinger 2 on my left side, so I'm using the left version of this new FlyDigi Stinger, and the right one is my old Stinger. So like what I said earlier, the new Stinger doesn't have any cushion, so be careful when installing this because it might scratch your phone, the back of your phone, because there are no breathing ground on this because of missing cushion. But the good thing is the new version fits really well, so you won't have any issue. So we are done comparing the two generations of FlyDigi Stinger, but we still have one thing to talk about, and it is the new tap mode for FlyDigi Stinger 2. So I'll be playing Battle Royale to see how the new tap mode works. In short description, the new tap mode is flexible, where you can change it on the fly, depends on your gun, or it depends on your liking. It is now recordable. You can do your own pattern your own way. So the possibility of putting your own burst mode, you can do it. So I'll be jumping directly in the video where I was setting up the new tap sensor. So let's find out how I do it. Okay, I'll be showing you my pre-recorded tapping pattern, and after this I'll be doing some demo on how to do it by yourself in the game, since you can record your own pattern. So right now I'm just holding my button here, and then you can see that the screen is being tapped by itself. So let's do our own recording now. So at the back of your Stinger, there will be a small button, a circle button that you can press. In order for you to use this, you have to be first in the tap mode, and then you can record your pattern, and you need to press and hold this circle button for 3 to 5 seconds, and after that it will blink, and now you are ready to record your own pattern or burst pattern. So right now you're going to see here that I'm doing my pattern, and after this one you need to click the circle button again for once, and then you are ready to go. So I'll be doing the demonstration here, and you'll see my pattern that I do some pattern like click 1 second, click 1 second, click 1 second, but there's some enemy first that I need to deal with. So I'm using the pattern that I recorded, so you see, and let's go back to our place. So that's the issue when you are trying to record your gameplay and then there are some enemy beside you. That's why I'm in the battle royale, so I can do my own thing. So you see that the pattern that I recorded earlier, and then it will burst. And of course I will do another sample again for you to see, and I will do the same thing. So I will press and hold the circle button again for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to see that the Stinger is blinking red, and then do your own thing again, like 1 2 second, 1 2 second, 1 2 second, and then you will see the pattern after I click the circle button again to stop recording. And I will press it, and then you'll see the pattern being done by the Stinger. So this is pretty much flexible. If you have certain pattern of burst mode on a certain gun, you can do it, but of course you have to be very mindful of your surrounding when you are doing it in the gameplay itself. But for me, maybe I'll stick with my burst mode pattern, the one I have on the previous version, which I like. But of course, if you have certain requirements or certain changes on a certain gun, you can do it in game itself. So you have to be in a close area so you'll not get oofed or killed by your enemy. So for the last pattern here, I'm just doing it again to show you how to do it, and then once I'm done, just click the circle button again. So that's pretty much it. This controller or this Stinger is really flexible. So the only thing that I don't like here is the removal of cushion. So I hope they can put it back, maybe a little bit of cushion, so it can at least protect your mobile phone from scratches. There are phones that are scratch free, especially those phones that are using Gorilla glasses, but those phones are very expensive. And for for gaming phone like this one, iPhone, it can a little bit scratch your screen. So Well, I'll be using this FlyDigi Stinger tool in the future for more video like this and to show you how I use it on my day-to-day gaming experience. So for the verdict, do I suggest the new FlyDigi Stinger? Yes, of course. It is much cheaper compared to the first version, and there is a possibility of additional or add-on trigger, meaning you can put another steering tool beside it so you can have two more buttons that you can use. But for the meantime, I don't have it right now, and the store itself don't have stocks. So which one I prefer? I prefer the new version with the possibility of extensions. And if you want to update, I think I will stick to the previous version if you have it already, or else you need more buttons, then go grab the new Stinger 2. So currently there are no store like Amazon or Banggood selling this. You can get it directly from China. Don't worry, they still deliver, but the thing is it might take time because of the current crisis. So guys, and that will be it for now. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to click the subscribe and the like button. See ya.